Alright guys, this is going to be a video response to TRexSpaceStation's video called 10 Random Questions Competition. Now this is a channel that I hadn't heard of before, but it looks pretty cool. Any guy who's willing to come out on camera in a T-Rex costume has my attention. So I'm definitely going to be checking out this channel, TRexSpaceStation. Found out about this video through Interghost's reply. Well, I watched the first question, thought it's probably going to be an interesting set of questions, and now I've come to do this. Now I'll go and finish watching Adam's video in a bit. So link will be in the low bar to this 10 questions competition for a £50 Amazon voucher for the winner. So if you want to go and enter, links in the low bar. So 10 questions. First one is, what advice would you give to someone starting out on YouTube? I guess I would say, don't take it too seriously. Have fun with it and do exactly what you want to do on your channel. Don't try and please people, because you can't possibly do that. 'Cause as soon as you start trying to do that, you know, tastes vary. You can't please everyone all the time, and you're not going to be being genuine then. You need to be genuine about what you're doing on here, you know what I mean? There's nothing worse than watching someone who you think's just doing it because they want to be popular, or because they're trying to talk about stuff that they think they should be talking about, or whatever. You know, do what you want to do on here, be yourself, and that's it really. Yeah, don't take it too seriously, do exactly what you want to do. Don't lose sight of why you're doing it in the first place. It should be enjoyable for you. You know, if you start trying to chase statistics, views, ratings, subs, all that stuff, then you know you might be disappointed, or you might be doing stuff you're not really bothered about. And that's all I'll say. I rambled a bit up there. So second question is, what was the last game you completed? And it was Uncharted 2. Now it was a fair while ago that I completed this. I didn't obviously get it out when it came out. I've only this last 12 months got a PS3, but that's the last game I completed. Really cool game. I've been really crap with completing games though. I've been really bad with getting games, you know, starting doing the first few levels and then not carrying on, definitely not through to completion. There's a lot of games that I need to go back and finish, so I've been really bad with that lately. But Uncharted 2 is the last one that I did do. Before that, Halo 4 I think probably. Right, number 3, what is the most disappointing game you've ever owned? Now then, I had a joke answer prepared for this, and I was going to say Shenmue 1. This copy of Shenmue 1, obviously not the game itself, it is my favourite game, you get with the sequel, of all time. But this is disappointing because it won't fucking work in my Dreamcast, and I've been too lazy to go and get it cleaned to see if that'll make a difference. But that's my joke answer. Really, not laugh out loud funny, but whatever. Most disappointing game I've ever played is probably, again, it's probably something that it just needs fixing. It's this Somebody Amigo on the Dreamcast, the big box version. Yeah, fairly expensive. Got this, it was over 70 quid when I got it. But it's the most disappointing game I ever owned, because I can't get it to fucking work. I cannot get it to work. No matter how, it doesn't, everything was pristine condition, seemed to be okay. I don't know if there's a fault internally, doesn't seem there's anything externally wrong with it, but anyway, I can't get it to work. So that is the most disappointing game I own. But once, if I can get it to work, I'll get a, if that is, it's just a problem with that copy of it, then that might not be my answer, but there it is. Right, what is your favourite arcade game back in the day? Is question 4. And it's Atari Star Wars. I think that's a lot of people my age's mid-30s favourite arcade game from when they were a kid. Atari Star Wars. I mean, it's a boring answer, predictable maybe, but that's what it was. Number 5, do you prefer PC or console gaming, and why? I prefer console gaming, probably partly down to just nostalgia and what I'm used to. That's what I've always played on since I was a kid. You know, the mouse keyboard combination just feels like trying to read Chinese to me. Although on occasion I've seen how it could be better, you know, when you get used to it, a lot faster, more responsive and all the rest of it. But I've just never had a PC rig that was really good enough for decent gaming. Played Minecraft on a few laptops, that's about it really. So it's consoles, and I like the feel of a controller in my hand, I like the ease of it, I like the collections, they look nice. I'm sure you can get that with PC as well to a certain extent, but yeah, consoles. Number 6, what is your favourite shoot 'em up? Well, favourite shoot 'em up is Panzer Dragoon Auto on the original Xbox. Such a cool game, really pretty. Yeah, that's it, Panzer Dragoon Auto. If you've played it, you know why. It's just really a good looking game, really smooth action, really unique looking, and fun, and all the rest of it. So yeah, Panzer Dragoon Auto. Right then, number 7, has a game ever made you laugh out loud, and which game? You know, I was thinking about this question, and I think a couple of games that made me laugh out loud unintentionally, and those would be Double Switch and Night Trap on the Mega CD. These two are just so kitsch, so cheesy, so ultra B-movie fucking cheese. You just can't. It is genuinely funny on occasion, but I think it might be unintentional. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've laughed out loud at these two games. Absolute classics. I love them. I really do. But thinking about this question, it occurred to me how few games are actually laugh out loud funny. Or maybe I just haven't found the right ones. But I thought of a couple others to recommend that have definitely made me chuckle. Destroy All Humans. I'm holding up two, but it's one as well. It's just as funny. There's some genuinely funny stuff in the Destroy All Humans games, because it's got the context of the humans being the baddies and the aliens being the protagonists, so it gives rise to all sorts of funny, observational humour about the nature of humanity. Deep, maybe, sort of, but yeah, cool, funny. Kung Fu Chaos is pretty zany, and that would be the correct word to use in this circumstance. If you've played Kung Fu Chaos, you will know why. It is zany. Kung Fu Chaos, that is pretty funny. Oddworld, quite funny, quite odd sense of humour, offbeat, yes, Munch's Odyssey, and Toe Jam and Nail 3 has got some fairly amusing parts in it also. But I would say the funniest game I played is what I mentioned at the start, those ones on Dreamcast and Mega CD. Right. Question number 8. If you could go for a drink with a video game character, who would it be and what would you talk about? Right, I would probably go for a drink with Ryo Hazuki and ask him why the fuck has he not finished his adventure and what has he been doing all that time in the cave. So I'd probably have to bring with me a mobile bar or a keg or something to the cave to have a drink with him in the cave, because that's where he still is and he's been there for 12 years. Something like that. So I would have a drink with Ryo Hazuki and just ask him what is going to happen, what is the plan, how is he going to, what's going to happen with Landy, what's he going to do with the mirror when he gets it, and lots of other questions too. What is your favourite licensed video game is question number 9. Though they're not direct licenses of a film that exists, but of a film franchise, and the first one I've got to recommend a couple just because why not. Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. Really cool game, like up there with Tomb Raider, and actually better than some of the Tomb Raiders in my opinion. Kind of dungeon explorer, a platformer adventure type game. Right, it's a really cool game. Definitely recommend that. Emperor's Tomb. And the other one that I thought of is Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, of course. Brilliant, one of my favourite RPGs of all time. Uses the license so effectively. Really respects the canon. Lots of detailed storytelling, and yeah, you can tell that just a lot of effort put into that. Awesome, really good use of the license. Star Wars: Old Republic, really love that. Right, and what is number 10? Give a shout out to another channel. I will give a shout out to ProBman5 for he is probably my favourite channel on YouTube in the gaming community, and really interesting guy. Puts up a lot of thought-provoking videos. He's funny, and you should definitely check him out if you haven't already. He's got a new channel relatively recently, so he needs to build that one back up again, and deserves the views and all the stuff because he's ace. So go and sub to ProBman5 and you will not regret it. And that is it. Okay, so yeah, if you want to respond to TRexSpaceStation's 10 random questions competition, the prize is a £50 Amazon voucher. Can't shake a stick at that, can you? Or your penis, because you'll be arrested. So that's it. Alright guys, see you in the next video.